I've just learned that like my gender expression is fluid on a daily basis. I used to think like it's fluid based upon like the time of the month it is, right? Nah, like it's fluid based upon, you know, how I wake up in the morning and how I feel.
It's hard to be black here. It's hard to be queer here. It's hard to be a masculine and centered person here. You know, you have to address the structure. You have to address the system. You just don't add more folks. What are you going to do to change the system?
We think that in order to be masculine, we have to kill the feminine. And I think in order to be masculine, we should revere the feminine and also, you know, acknowledge it and acknowledge their strength and femininity as well. It's just different types of strength.
And then I let my pen flow, because the one thing that they can't take from me is my story. I can tell it until my lips turn blue. So every time I spit, I renew.
I never wanted to be like my sisters. They were pretty. To me, that was a whole lot of work. I used to want to be a boy.
Dominant notions of masculinity and femininity are really not useful, because I think that we're talking about energy, and I think we're talking about a divine balance that we all need to have. And we live in a world where everything's out of balance. And so for me, everything comes from the feminine, right? Like the woman bears everything. And so masculinity is part of the feminine for me. So it's not this separate thing that's in opposition to the feminine, but it's actually a part of. And there's a way that femininity can hold both the feminine and the masculine.
Yeah, so I cut my eyebrows and my mom was upset and she was throwing all these slurs at me. Pretty much asked me if I was a homosexual, and I didn't really know what that meant, and it was really like a confusing time. And I wish that I could have connected with so many like older folks who I feel like represented me, but I didn't have, you know, the space to do that. So for me, queer people of color is anyone who has brown skin, who's not fitting in these binaries.
It's segregation in the congregation, discrimination in the freest nation. We pulling up in Bentleys at the gas station. We a long way from the plantation.
So for me to see someone who mirrors me say that was just like a moment where I could be like, okay, it's okay to know that you have issues and that you're working through them, and it's a part of the healing process.
You really just have to figure out what it is that you're going for, and once you do and you go through that journey, don't let anybody knock you off, or just stand your ground. Not even just anybody. Energies that may come your way and try to throw you off your path, stay on.
Boy, born obviously incredible.